Another thing, no, I want to show you is if you go to the test results, right? You can see pass, skipped, and failed. No, we have seen pass and failed yesterday. Now, what about the skipped part, right? So, Postman is actually providing a way to skip test. Okay, let me show you that how to do it. Okay, so in pm.test, right? So if you are putting something like calling the method called skip, then that particular test will be skipped basically. Okay, so this will not whatever validation we are adding inside, right, that will not be getting executed. Okay, and when you run this results, right? So when you run this test, so results, this particular test result will come in the skipped tab. Okay, so Postman has given actually two options. Like one is regular skip, one is conditional skip, right? Suppose based on some parameter or some values you want to skip a test, so that also we can do the line number 7, right? So you can see if skipped, right? Now I am giving a parameter variable. So if it is true, then only like you skip, otherwise you execute. So in case if the value is false, so Postman will not skip the test, it will run the test. Okay, this is important because sometimes you may add some tests, but you really don't want to execute those. So in that case, what you can do, you can use this skip method, so skipping the test. Okay, so I'll show you how it look like. Let me send. You can see here both the no tests are actually now under skipped tab. Okay, so and suppose I change the value here, true to false, right? So if I'm making it false, then actually it should execute the second one. So it is skipping the first one, and the second one is still going to the past state. There is one another option to force actually failure. So if you are forcing failures, then everything will fail irrespective of whatever you add. So pm.expect.fail will fail the entire test completely, like it will complete test, like nothing will get executed. Suppose you have one test method, and you that is maybe under development, or defects are there, and you want to fail it instead of skipping it, right? Till the defect is fixed. So you can add this kind of force failure method. I mean, at least I would prefer to use skip in that case, but yeah, some people try they add this kind of validation, like everything they want to make fail till the defect is fixed and verified. Skipped can be like suppose this particular test, right, so which is under development, although you have added the validation, still it is not ready for testing, right? So in that case, instead of failing the test, you can skip the test, right? So in your report also the test will come as a skipped, right? And failure is like no suppose you have reported some defect, right? And defect is they're fixing it, right? Defect is still there, so you really don't want to rerun the test, but you know that defect is there and it is under fix. That time you can use this fail, like fail all. Yeah, so mainly I think you will be using skipped in your test, and maybe fails very rarely, but sometimes. But skip is commonly used one. In progress, or no, suppose they have taken that story, but it is not at all ready, right? They
Okay.
have not even started developing it, but the functionality, so you keep adding your test, make it ready, and whenever it is ready, you can just make the skip to, regular one. Can use this kind of variables also to control. That will be better because based on the variable status, you can easily change it. Okay, so I want to add some one more thing here. Probably you can also try. That is called the other logs, right? So yesterday we have seen only console log. So Postman provides four kinds of logging. I'll show you. Yeah. So we already tried, how to add a console log method, but Postman also provide like info, warning, and error logging. So it's something similar to what you see in other programming languages like Java and all. You use log4j, right? So to print different type of log messages. So Postman also provide this kind of logging mechanism. So this is no useful. Suppose you want to print something, some warning and all in your test, so you can use these methods. Okay, so how to use it is similar the way we have done before. Let me add one new method here. First one is anyway is common. Then we can use info. This is for warning. It's all for debugging purpose. You can see here, like this, it will print a message in your console with the appropriate, colors and icons. So in case like you are adding some test which is under development, as you if suppose you are also running it instead of skipping it, then probably you can add some warning message like this is in progress, right? Although you have added a test, so for your reference purpose you can add uh, accordingly, like whether it is a warning or information log, or error message, you can add it to your console. This is exactly similar as the regular log4j messaging. You can probably relate to that.